Hello, I'm Jessica Gill, and this is my Science Center's final um, Structure and Properties of Matter, second grade Science Centers. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Up here, we have our standards listed. They follow 2PS1-1, 2PS1-2, and 2PS1-4. So each of our activities, each of our 3 activities, they follow a different standard. So this one right here is our first activity, and it's students pair up in twos and find objects around the room that fit into the boxes, and they write them into each box. So the boxes are down here, and this is a property of matter scavenger hunt. So each box has a different thing that students need to find, and it says matter that is rough, and matter that is fuzzy, and matter that can bend, matter that's hard, and it has like a whole list of them, and students would need to find the objects around the room that fit that. So if it was fuzzy, maybe they would find a stuffy, or if it was pointy, maybe they would find a pencil, stuff like that. And then our second activity is up here, and this is activity number 2. Students will have 3 different paper towel types to test their absorbency. They will then decide on which one is the best deal for price and absorbency. And there's the worksheet for that activity right here. It has, based on your results, which paper towel is the most absorbent, and then a list of what each paper towel would cost, and then students would have to justify the absorbency compared to the price. So they would need 3 different types of paper towels for that activity. And then our third activity, activity number 3, is students will form groups of 3 and will be observing the matter properties of an ice cube in the sun. This can be done outside or in a windowsill. They will record the object's properties as it changes on their worksheet. So there's another worksheet down here called Reversible and Irreversible Changes. So they draw the object at the beginning of the activity, and then as the properties change of the object towards the end. So as the ice cube changes from a solid to a liquid due to heat from the sun. And then they explain why they believe this is either a reversible change or an irreversible change. So with an ice cube, it would obviously be a reversible change because it can be put back into the freezer. And now we have our exit ticket right here. Our exit ticket is the last form of assessment in the activities or in the learning centers. However, each one can really be used as a learning center. These can be collected, and it can be looked at as, are they understanding the material? Are they showing that understanding on paper? And things like that. However, this is our final sort of form of assessment right here. And it's a exit ticket, so a ticket out the door, 2 and 1. What are 2 things you learned, and what is 1 thing you still have a question about? So for the 2 things that they've learned, they can say, matter comes in all forms, like over here, or they can say matter can change back and forth. It can be reversible or irreversible, just stuff like that. And then what is something they have a question about? So if there was anything that we were learning that they didn't quite understand, maybe they didn't fully understand how a solid can change from a solid to a liquid and then back to a solid. Maybe that's something we touch on again in future lessons or through more learning science centers. So this also involves cross curriculars of art and writing. So there are properties of matter scavenger hunt. Students are supposed to draw the matter. So for the which one is pointy or stuff like that, they would physically draw the pencil. So that includes art, and a lot of these ones over here need an answer. So they would write out their answers, write out what they have learned and what they have observed. These are all worksheets, however, they are being used as forms of observation. So it's where they can record their observations and things like that. So yes, this is my Science Center's final. Thank you very much.